Hello, boys and girls. This is Melissa's reading room. Today in the room, we're going to read Train Your Dragon to Be Responsible. You can be responsible, like me, Diggery-Doo. Hello, boys and girls. I'm here too. This is Train Your Dragon to Be Responsible from the Dragon Book series, Volume 12. Hello, my name is Drew. I have a dragon for a pet, and that's about as cool as pet as anyone can get. His name is Diggery-Doo, and he doesn't scratch or bite. For a prehistoric creature, he's really quite polite. A dragon's not too tough to train. It takes no time at all. Just have a little patience and start when he is small. Diggery-Doo can sit and stay. He obeys commands I tell him. He even takes a daily bath, so we don't have to smell him. But understand that dragons can be a bit resistant to lessons that are tough to learn, so you must be persistent. For instance, dragons won't admit when they make a bad mistake, and they hate to take the blame for the choices that they make. Diggery used to wake up late and miss the bus to school. He tried to place the blame on me, which isn't very cool. "It's not my fault at all," he cried. "I tried my very best. You didn't wake me up, so I couldn't get up and get dressed." He says, "It's not my fault." Is it really not his fault, though? That's not true. He should have got himself up and not waited on anybody else. Another time when Diggery-Doo would not accept the blame was when he lost his temper and he breathed a little flame. Dad's favorite chair went up in smoke before we even knew it. "You made me mad," said Diggery-Doo. "That's what made me do it." I don't think so. He did it himself. That was a choice that he made, right? So Diggery's in trouble. Diggery used to interrupt when others tried to speak. He said he didn't mean to. His mouth just seemed to leak, and all the words came tumbling out when he should hold them back. "That's just how I am," he cried, "a talking maniac." Well, no, he needs to control his mouth, right? Because he's the only one that can do it, not anyone else. Mother baked a chocolate cake, but when it was finished cooking, Diggery ate it all himself when no one else was looking. "Don't be mad," said Diggery-Doo. "You know cake is yummy. That is why I could not wait to get it in my tummy." But he didn't leave any for anyone else. That was really rude. Sometimes Diggery skipped his chores to watch some television. He'd not admit even a bit it was a bad decision. "Perhaps your viewing time," I said, "could use some limitation." "Don't blame me," said Diggery-Doo. "I can't resist temptation." Well, he's going to have to learn to, right, boys and girls? Diggery teased a boy in class. Teacher sent him home from school, because that's what teachers do when dragons choose to break a rule. "It's not my fault," yelled Diggery-Doo, "when I did something bad. I'd not have done it if he didn't make me so mad." No, he chose to be mean, so he's responsible. Diggery made excuses every single time he could for all the choices that he made, which were not very good. "It's not my fault," he'd always say whenever he had blown it. I told him when he messes up, he really ought to own it. Absolutely, right, boys and girls? Because no one can control your mouth or your body except for you. If it teaches you a lesson, a mistake is not that bad. Let's take a moment and review the lessons that you've had. Let's see what he says. Now, set your own alarm so you're never late to school. And when you're mad, you count to 10 and let your temper cool. Remember, boys and girls, we breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again. Ready? With Diggory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew, I feel better already. Yay. You've learned to practice self-control so you can do what's right. Like wait your turn to speak and not eat cakes in just one bite. You turn off the TV until you've done what you must do, and you're careful what you say, no matter what's been said to you. Correct, boys and girls? Those are better choices. And now he's being very responsible. Diggory thought a moment. Then he said, now I think it's true that life is so much better when I own the things I do. Now I'm much more careful of the choices that I make, and I carefully consider all the chances that I take. Yep, that's a better way to do it. We all make mistakes, I said. We've all committed wrongs. When you make a poor decision, place the blame where it belongs. Just take responsibility and do not be afraid to admit that you're at fault for the errors that you've made. Absolutely, right, boys and girls? It's better when you take responsibility. Whenever you've done something that you really ought not do, don't place the blame on someone else. Admit that it was you. I'm sorry, he says. That's better. Then next time when you're tempted to do what you should not, you remember how that felt and the lesson that it taught. A mistake is not a bad thing. I think you now can see if it teaches you a lesson of a better way to be. It's better to be friends than to fight, right? Absolutely. This is one of many things I've taught to Diggory do. If it's good for little dragons, then it's good for children too. You can learn more about this book and get free coloring pages at www.mydragonbooks.com/gift. That was Train Your Dragon to Be Responsible by Steve Herman. Thanks for watching, boys and girls. Bye-bye.